Hi, how's it going? I'd like to talk about a particular type of YouTuber who just pisses me the hell off, and I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Hell, I'm pretty sure they piss you off as well. You know exactly who I'm talking about, don't you? Oh wait, I've recently been told that my avatar sucks, so I got a new one. There we go. You know that avatar is directed at somebody in particular, and I hope you know who you are. Now then, this particular brand of skeptic YouTuber that I hate, and I'm going to systematically explain what traits they have, let's get into why these traits suck. First off, these guys are always going on and on about their crippling pain. You know, the type always complaining about how much physical pain they're in. Me, personally, I've got the equivalent of 80% of my skin, basically consumed with neuropathy. I have the same level of pain as somebody with 80% of his skin covered with second-degree burns. I've had a bunch of long needles stuck into my arms and legs and wrists and ankles to measure the signal strength of the pain surging through my extremities. They literally replaced the machine twice because the doctors did not believe a human being could be walking around in as much pain as the machine was registering. The pain is so intense that real injury actually feels better than how I feel walking around. I remember once I was on a job and I was doing a 16-hour shift. I fell down just 2 steps and, well, that was about 2 hours into the shift, so I broke my right ankle and left knee. I finished the remaining 14 hours on a pair of broken legs. It wasn't until the swelling went down the next day that I figured out I had really screwed myself up. Why? Because it actually hurts less when I walk around on a pair of broken legs. The real pain overwhelmed the fake pain and did not feel so bad. The change of pace was an actual relief. So if you're one of these bitches complaining about, I have a crippling amount of pain and going outside scares the crap out of me, suck it up, buttercup. If I can walk around on a pair of goddamn broken legs to finish a 14-hour shift, you can hobble your ass outside and get some fucking vitamin D. Do you know the only medication that ever took away my pain is Lyrica, and I'm horribly allergic to it? So basically my choices are take enough drugs to be drooling idiot or just push through. So, do you get to take painkillers? You do? You lucky son of a bitch. You have no idea how lucky you are. Suck my ball. That's right, ball. I only got one. My single mutated ball. The one that constantly writhes about and makes a buzzing sound, sort of like some sort of subcutaneous miniature beehive. Now, another way this particular type of YouTuber tries to get sympathy so that they can rake in that Patreon money, they like to point out their memory problems. I need to write everything down on the chalkboard or I forget it. Whine, 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 bitch, 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 moan, moan, moan. Well, let me tell you something. 25 years ago, I got the ever-living shit beat out of me. 7 guys, 1 baseball bat, had my jaw reattached, my face sewn back on, and unfortunately, that's when my brain chemistry got just a wee bit out of whack. Now I suffer from constant insomnia. Yeah, that's right. Every waking moment of my life, I'm on fire, and I never sleep. But what's worse is the progressive amnesia. No, I don't just forget everything. It kind of is progressive. See, I have an enzyme in my head that deletes things. Everybody's got it. Usually it shuts down by about age 25, but not in my case. And by the way, this isn't a, oh, I forgot it, show me a picture and I'll remember later. No. These are deleted. Memories are erased, never to be recovered. I'm lucky to remember anything going back, about 6 months. I sometimes forget things just like, where I'm going, where I live, or my mother. That's right, blanked out my mother entirely. Gone. I don't even miss her because I don't remember her to miss her. Nothing. I know I loved her. It's because I have journal entries telling me so. But the fact is, I don't have any feelings for someone who, for me, literally did not exist from my point of view. In fact, most of my memories are actually readings from previous journal entries. My life is basically the human equivalent of Chinese whispers. And so you fuckers complain, I have to write things down on a chalkboard. I use ink to write things down on the back of my hands and arms, motherfucker. It's getting to the point where I might as well have this shit tattooed on my wrists. Bitching about having crippling pain and memory loss. Bah! Suck it up, seriously. But here's the thing that really ticks me off. All these particular YouTubers who want to milk your sympathy for that sweet, sweet Patreon money. And they all are. Every last one of them is a men's right advocate. You know, because just like feminists, all these MRAs want to do is redefine what it means to be a man. They don't want men to be men. They want to redefine what being a man is. Oh, men today, they have it so bad. Bah! Men today have it the way they've always had it. Times are tough. The weak become losers. The strong climb to the top, as God intended. You see, women are human beings, but men are human doings. A woman has a vagina. That makes them valuable right at birth. But men have no inherent worth. We have to work to make ourselves worth something. We have to strive for something. Now, let's say you hear about a mine collapse. When they report it, do they say 100 men trapped underground or 100 miners trapped underground? Why is that? It's because miners have a value. They have a job. They're worth something. They're human doings. 100 men trapped underground? Fill that fucker in and let's just try to make the next mine shaft a little bit stronger, okay? Now, since men are human doings, you know that men who can't do anything, like, oh, I don't know, skeptic YouTubers who have crippling pain and need chalkboards to remember shit, well, they aren't really men, now are they? That's why they're all MRAs. They want to redefine what it means to be a man so that they can be included in the definition of men. But you can't redefine what it means to be a man, and so these losers will never be men scientifically. And another thing that bothers me is their avatars. You know what I'm talking about. They're usually something like, oh, I don't know, a moose in a suit. And the moose, in order to show how masculine they are, has an antler made out of penises. Oh, I just hate that avatar. It just makes me want to... You know what I really want to do? You know what I really want to do? I want to tear out one of the eyes of moose suit penis antler avatar and rape that empty eye socket. I want to just pound that socket. I want to pound it until I shoot a continuous stream of live bees directly into its teal-colored brain. And you know something? He's most likely to enjoy it, because he's a pussy, and pussies like to be fucked. Can you not just see it? Me there, I'm pumping that eye socket, I'm shooting a load, and while he's doing it, because he's getting off on it, he starts to ejaculate out of his antler penises. It'll look like I'm fucking a moose's eye socket in the middle of a sperm blizzard. And now, I'm pretty sure by now, you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. It's time to stop beating around the bush. It's time to make it exactly clear who I am talking about. I am talking about none other than the aristocrats!
What level of hell am I at?